News to bring you from Italy. We're being told that the fashion designer Giorgio Armani has died at the age of 91. Very much an icon in the fashion industry, of course. First started designing back in the 1960s. He started as a window dresser and a sales clerk at Rinascente in Milan. In 1957 went on to work in the Nino Cerruti company where he first designed menswear. But of course, very much influential in many different ways. He was someone who was credited with pioneering red carpet fashion. He was the first to ban skinny models, the first to focus on body mass index of his youngest models, first to broadcast his collections on internet in January 2007, and someone who was very much a friend of the stars. You might remember back in the film The American Gigolo, he dressed Richard Gere, he's dressed Lady Gaga, he's dressed many of some of the biggest faces, biggest celebrities in the world. And our correspondent Charlotte Gallagher has been taking a look back at his life.
Giorgio Armani at work, a one-man global brand, combining chic design and Hollywood glamour.
Armani's my best friend.
No, he's my best friend.
But his childhood was dominated by poverty and war. Food was scarce in 1930s Italy. Friends were killed by bombs. He trained as a doctor and joined the army, but quit to work at a department store in Milan, tearing out the stiff padding in men's suits, introducing softer fabrics and sophisticated tailoring.
Siamo al dunque, abbiamo la sfilata. Soprattutto ricordatevi di portare i vestiti come se fossero solamente vostri.
In 1980 came American Gigolo, Richard Gere dressing head to foot in Armani. The film was the beginning of a mutual love affair with Hollywood, on screen and on the red carpet.
Mr. Armani designed it, and it's really tight, and it's really beautiful.
I'm not, real show-offy kind of guy, but I do want people to pay attention to him. And I think spiritually, he makes things that allow me to feel that way.
Armani fitted stars like Samuel L. Jackson in his store on Beverly Hills and had a plaque on its Walk of Style. Hollywood was useful advertising. In the 1980s, he launched Emporio Armani, this time revolutionizing women's fashion. His sleek suits were seen as a confident, professional image for the modern workplace.
E fu allora che mi resi conto che la ricerca di un certo tipo di donna era di avere un modo di vestire a disposizione come aveva l'uomo, e cioè una giacca decostruita, non impettita, una giacca che potesse permettere di muoversi con molta disinvoltura e usarla come una seconda pelle.
He branched out into jeans, sportswear, perfume and street fashion. It made him rich. But for some, exhibitions at the Guggenheim in New York and London's Royal Academy suggested that Giorgio Armani transcended the world of mere design and entered the realm of art.
Giorgio Armani, who has died at the age of 91, born in 1934. Someone who's had such an enormous influence on world fashion. Just to think that by 2009 he had a retail network of 60 Armani boutiques, 11 collection stores, Emporio Armani, the AX Armani Exchange, all sorts of different reincarnations of the Giorgio Armani brand. And in many ways I think it sort of crossed over from fashion to art at times. I remember going to see an exhibition in New York some years ago, very popular, where a lot of the fashion was put on show, much as some of the other great designers have showed in art museums as well. And as I say, very much influential on the world of Hollywood. He believed that fashion had to go hand in hand with the blockbusters and some of the biggest names. As Charlotte said, American Gigolo is one very good example of that. But whenever the Oscars were on, it was Giorgio Armani that dressed many of the stars who would take prizes on the night. So there was this interaction between cinema, art and fashion that Giorgio Armani very much instigated and lived by. So a very big loss for Italy, of course, the inspiration between the fashion house that goes from strength to strength around the world.